The world is off kilter. I think everybody can tell that right now. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm just winging it. I'm just fucking pulling the plug, hitting buttons, and I'm just fucking winging it. Can everybody hear me? Or am I just talking out my ass again? Oh, shit. You know what I forgot to do? God damn it. No, I did the smoke signals. I don't know where my earpiece is. There's my earpiece. Yeah, I fucked that all up. I really did. Hang on a second. Hold on. Just calm your tits, everybody. Calm your tits. If I don't have Allie in my ear, the whole fucking evening's ruined. At least we can get one thing right. Can't we? Can we do that? Can we get one fucking thing right today? Yeah, I guess we could. James Rowling says, yep, I can hear you. Thanks, James, for checking in. You just solved and confirmed all of our microphone issues for the next 24 hours. Thank you very much for doing that. All right. Allie, are you there? Okay, Allie's there. We got her between the sheets. GenXmom, are you on PayPal? Her microphone works. The intro got all fucked up. That was my fault, not Allie's. The intros that Allie makes are beautiful. They run a little long, but they're beautiful. I'm the one who's fucking those things up. Why? Because it's my job. My job is now to fuck things up. Why am I in charge of fucking things up? Because I am better at it than all of you. None of you fuck things up like I do. Therefore, I'm in charge of fucking things up. Let's make that perfectly clear right now. We're going to need to start with a god fucking microphone piece of shit mother. We're going to need to start with the drink. Well, I am. I don't know where you guys are at in the world, but Jesus H tap dancing Christ, if there was ever a time to start with the drink, it was this guy right here and right now. So, to you guys, to me, to whatever happens, here we go. This is the bonded shit. This is the strong shit. Oh, Lion is asking, who is the $2 whore? Well, probably going to be a disappointment to you, Lion. It's kind of funny. We'll talk about this when the $2 whore thing fires it. Here we go. Watch. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. And the $2 whore is a $sign. I know, not very exciting tonight. I actually took... it was just a picture of someone's arm, and I zoomed in on it, and all you could see was this much of their arm. And I was going to say the $2 whore is Lion's dick. And I was going to say, this is a picture of Lion's penis from 30 yards away. I zoomed out as far as I could, and I just didn't get to that joke. So, yeah, now that I've ruined that joke, but come on, that would have been funny. But for those of you who know what the $2 whore story is, for those of you who don't know what it is, that would have seemed ridiculously fucking dumb and inconsequential. For that, I do apologize. All right. Oh, what's up here with... Oh, Sammy Joe, towards dinner tonight, love you. You know, I needed to hear that. Sammy Joe, I needed to hear that tonight. Thank you very much for that. Rowdy Bobby, $2 for the whiskey fund. And who's the $2 person? The $2 person is just $signs. And you guys, I know what you're thinking. I know. We're over here. We can see this. And is Mrs. Four even here today? I haven't seen who's here. Is Mrs. Four in the room? Does she make? Yeah, she is. She's right there. I don't expect Mrs. Four Watton to confirm or deny this, but I don't want you guys getting upset at me that you guys are forcing dollar bills so close to Mrs. Four Watton's ass shaped peaches, because this is a natural state of being for her. I'm sure at some point in her life she has had dollars up against her ass shaped peaches. There has to be. It just has to be. So, don't be upset with me. I'm just reliving a little bit of history for Mrs. Four, a little bit of nostalgia. She's probably enjoying the moment, got a smirk on her face, little twinkle in her eye, raising a glass of moonshine to me. I'm sure that's what's happening. So the rest of you can leave me alone, because this is a natural state of affairs. And all I am doing is reading from a history book, page 37, chapter 2. Don't be mad at me. It's already occurred. All right. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. None of that's ever happened. All of it's true. I made the whole thing up, but it's all lies. It's all lies. None of that ever happened to her. We can move on from there. Mrs. Four Watton says, "I love money on my body." You better be careful. These guys are going to start dropping those $signs, and they're going to get wedged right in the crack. And I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but they're going to do it. All right. So, did we make fun of Low Torque yet? Because have we roasted Low Torque? We have? Oh, that's too bad. Because I know we did. I erased all the pictures and did, but boy, in the notes, I deleted the notes. When I was reading the notes and looking at the pictures, I just wanted to do it all over again. That was such a good time. One of the best live streams we've ever had. I wanted to start with the screen dark. I wanted to start with the screen dark and you guys just hearing my voice going, okay, so I'll just be over here sitting on the sidelines. If you guys need something, I'll be right over here. Everything's going to be just fine. You got to give it a minute to work out. It's okay if I'm part of the team, right? That's the, I swear to God, if I'd had my shit together today, that's how I would have started the live stream with you guys in the dark after the promo, and I would have started it with a black screen and just that Rick Moranis low. That would have been funny. I know we've already fucked with Low Torque. I love the guy. So yeah, we'll move on from there. Low Torque's all ugh. Here we go again. Come on, Low Torque. From time to time, my friend. From time to time. Tori's in here. Tori's saying some stuff. More towards dinner. Michigan Jackrabbit, take care of me tonight. That's it. With Sammy Joe and Michigan Jackrabbit, I can actually afford pepperonis on my pizza tonight. No. It's not just cheese tonight for this guy. No. We're going in style, baby. Maybe even double pepperoni. Tori's in here. Tori Randolph is in here, and she's a longtime listener. She's been a friend of mine personally since, I don't know, had to have been 12, about 12 years old, I'm going to say, maybe a little bit more than that. But Tori, as you guys know in Discord, and Lion can put up the Discord server stuff, in Discord, Discord is just a bunch of chat rooms. There's a room and a room and a room and a room, and they're talking about food, and they're talking about guns, they're talking about everything in there. One of them is food, which I really thought was going to be a stupid addition, and it turns out to be one of the most visited and commented, and something that I go look at all the time too. And Tori is in there, and she really makes some delicious things. I mean, things that just you look at them and you just want to reach in the screen and grab some of it right then. I don't even care if it's stew. Yeah, barehanded, just grab some stew and caveman that shit right into your mouth. That's how good it looks. So she ordered some of Allie's fucking weird name sauce, the shit that I keep saying is bullshit, and every single person goes, no, Allie did right. She named it correctly. That is the right name. That's a play on words, and it's perfect. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's fucking dumb. Every single person I've run into has said, no, you're not getting it. She did it right. So her Allie vodka Parmesan Italian upside down bundt cake sauce that comes in a 3-day-old jar, that one is really good. Uh-oh. Sammy Joe getting all on Michigan Jackrabbit. That's her job. Hey, Michigan Jackrabbit, I don't know what you're thinking here. Sammy a little upset that you're feeding Big Daddy, taking Sugar Mama's job. You got to be careful about that. And I'm not discouraging. There's nothing better than a cat fight. If they're both women. If they're not, then that's a little disturbing to me. But anyway, so the point is... The point is Tori gave the seal of approval. Now, Allie, this is one that she picked out of all the sauces, and she liked it. But once outside people start commenting, that's when you know you can keep that on your shelf. That's when you know you can keep that in the store. It's going to do well. Because everyone's not. If no one likes the sauce that I picked for the hot sauce, I'm going to pull it and we'll do something else. We want to put stuff up there that you folks like and enjoy. So the more feedback we get, the better. Yeah. So if you guys have ordered stuff, which a bunch of you have, please let us know how you feel about it. If you like it or don't like it. Scott Bartosh's company in Auburn, Mad Wheels, is the one that makes it. And, he wants to know feedback too. He's a big boy. And he wants to know the compliments. He wants to know the questions. If you guys got something to say, let us know. It's important. Moving right along. Wasn't even going to talk about this. I'm already fucking sidetracked. Oh, Disney Mama says Jackrabbit is a guy. Yeah, we could have just left it at girls fighting over me. I'd have been okay with that. I understand if Michigan Jackrabbit wants to start a cat fight, even if he's a guy, you guys are deciding who's going to be the sugar mama, who's going to feed Big Daddy, who's going to give the general his supper for the night. I mean, I am an attractive man. I understand Michigan Jackrabbit. I can turn this down. But I can't turn it all the way off, and it's going to affect people in different ways. All right, so The fair. The kid has been at the fair. The kid is still at the fair. Buford is at the fair. A couple of things that I've noticed about the fair. Well, there's a few things I've noticed. It's really different. It's a lot of it's more fucked up and confusing than ever. Some of it seems fresh and brand new because we missed it during COVID last year. But the kid did his. He's had two showings or two. One competition was today, and he did not win. Him and Buford went out there, and I got a video of it somewhere, and they paraded them around with like 30 other kids and 30 other goats. And they had to walk them all in a circle, all the kids at the same time, and put them in a pose, a position where they have their legs in a certain position, their head is up like on the knee of their person. Wow, there is just a fucking battle going on. Michigan Jackrabbit gets something extra for GenXmom. We'll get her some breadsticks. Michigan Jackrabbit, Disney Mama, no. I'm the sugar mama, and I will fight for my title endlessly. Sammy Joe, we're okay, sweetheart. We're fine. We're all right, sweetheart. Sugar, calm down. You got to just lower it down a notch. You just calm those tits and just relax. Smooth. There we go. Take that beautiful red hair. Run your fingers through it. It's going to be fine. Boy, Michigan Jackrabbit he's just needling. He's like, pong. Anyway, so they go to the competition. They're out there. Everybody's watching. It's before the fair opens. There's a lot of people that got in early on that stuff. And so, a lot of pressure, a lot of people watching. And the kid goes around and gets Buford in his position, and his head is at the right angle, and his feet and his hooves or whatever you fucking call them, how they're supposed to be. And this one judge just runs around. Now, remember, they're doing competition after competition after competition after competition. They have all the 4-H kids, all the FFA kids. They've got all the schools, all the things. And so they're blowing these things through. And it kind of looks like the judge is going, yeah, you're good. You're fucking out. You're not okay. You're okay. I mean, are you really even fucking looking? That's not the point. So he goes around and he's like eliminating people, and the kid gets eliminated, and he's like, well, what the fuck's wrong with Buford? He's like, well, the bone structure of the hind quarter, his hips are a little too narrow, and we have this, and the kid looks over two people over. There's a girl that has not been kicked out of the competition yet, and she's not even posing the goat in the position to be examined. So the kid's like, what the fuck did you keep her in for? She's not even doing what she's supposed. Her goat's just standing there, and that's okay. But my goat's being obedient, and his ass is a little narrow, and he's got to go. Well, fuck that. And he did it in Gen Z terminology, which is all slang none of us understand. But that was the gist of it. So he's got more competitions. He went back. He was really bummed about it, though. He really wanted to do. I'll tell you what. He's so into this. He is so into this. He is actually cleaning making all the kids clean the barn, clean the stalls for their school, because he wants to win the Clean Barn Award. And if you keep your stall clean better than everybody else's, you win. He's like, I want to win every award. He's going around with all the kids rallying the troops to keep everything clean. Allie, there's a lot going by, and there's nothing in the deal here. Let me scroll back up. Allie is sitting on her fucking ass, probably trolling for a date, talking. We talked about this today. Yeah, she's talking about, let's see. What did Allie write in here? Lion, I wrote to Lotork in Telegram today, got distracted and didn't hit send. I've been meaning to tell Callie and send pics from last weekend. Oh, that's important to the program. Yeah, she's doing her job there. Let's see what else she's writing in here before she runs and deletes them all in a hasty maze of hurry up. Allie, she wrote, hi, Lionheart. Oh, my response to Tori. Oh, talking about Tori. Okay. What else did Allie do in here? Let's see what else. If Allie's really paying attention to the live stream, she's just fucking it off, like always. We got that big one out. She wrote a paragraph and a half there. Not really writing a lot of other stuff, just kind of skipping around. She must be reading, doing a lot of reading in there. Eric Leroy, $2. Who is the $2 whore of the night? It's a dollar symbol, Eric. Every time you drop that in there, we're trying to shove those dollar signs right into Mrs. 4 Watton's, the crack of her ass-shaped peaches. That's what we're trying to do. Mrs. 4 Watton solution, let Jack Rabbit be sugar daddy. I'm not sure, Mrs. 4, how I feel about having a sugar daddy. I suppose I could get used to it, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be really uncomfortable for the first 3 or 4 minutes. Ricky Fatboy, member for 7 months. I'm an extra. Thank you. Zoe Michelle, member for 7 months. He's an extra. Zoe and Ricky been around a long time. They got the little general's face up there. Finally. I think some of you are right. It's after the 6 months is complete. Then you get somewhere to go with that. All right. I think I'm caught up in there. There's someone named Will Chish/Dash. How's it going, General? You recovered quickly fast. That you recovered must be quite fast. That's crazy. I was told by someone you had a heart defect. Well, I do. Hold on a second. /dash, I do have a heart defect. I do. It's unfixable. It's unrepairable. There's no medication. My heart is just too big. I have too much love in my heart. Just ask GenXmom. I'm a very generous and giving and loving guy. It just flows right out of me. It never ends. That's right. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of having too big a heart, of being too kind, too loving, too generous. Yeah. It's a thing, and you heard right. It's been diagnosed by doctors. They've run all the tests they can. There's nothing that can be done. I will die from a heart being too big, and one day I will just be giving out my love, and my heart will just quit. There's nothing we can do about it, so let's not dwell on it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. Let's not think about that, okay? We can move on from there. It's important, but let's not get distracted. I made it through that whole thing without laughing, so shut up. Oh, for God's sakes. There's some people that just got here, that just showed up in the last year. What the fuck is this dude talking about? I don't know. I'm lost. Inside my own mind, there's chasms of emptiness, and I do get wandering around in there. The trails are dark. I don't find the doorways often, so just so you know. What a stupid idiot. Mum Fordelian. I'm not even releasing his comment. Mum Fordelian, he wrote, in fact, I may just get rid of that dumbass. What a fucking dumb thing. Mum Fordelian, I was born dick first. Is that normal? Yeah, you really weren't born dick first. You were born face first. Your face just looks like it's got a dick sticking out of it. So everybody told you were born dick first, but you weren't. In fact, I'm not going to go. Oh, yeah, I don't know. He's 12 or something. Joseph Liliberte, thanks all. Thanks all I can think about is the movie John Q. I got you on that. I got you. All right. So Joe or 5 says La Liberty. Okay, I said it. La Liberty. Boy, Allie's just quick on the pronunciation. You think for Italian, she'd have it all fucked up. You think that being Italian, Allie would need hand gestures to communicate correctly. That's how Italians talk. They talk like this. Forget about it. You got to go this. You see it if, fuck it. You don't fuck you, fuck me. That you got to have your hands when you're Italian. And I don't know how she comes across. She's probably typing on her keyboard, yelling at me with hand gestures. I'm just assuming. I'm stereotyping. That's what I do. First show for me, what a hoot. That's Joe 5. Joe 5, if this is your first date tonight with all the rest of us, just sit back. We'll do all the work. I promise. All right. Tim H., happy Saturday. First chance I've had to raise a glass with prepping for my daughter to come to the Whiskey Fund. My man, Tim, I got another one here for you. I'm going to drink this till I'm fucked up. Then I'm going to pass out right on camera, and you guys can all just watch me sleep. That's going to be the best live stream of all time.
Hi, Gen X Dad. Hi, everyone. GenXmom here. Hello. Anybody there?
I'm still not speaking to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I got a PayPal from Sean in Missouri. $1.70 came through, and he didn't say where it was going to.
But if you added the fees, it's probably $2.
It was $1.70.
Okay.
Mrs. For Watton is $20 for all the hard work and extra time you're going to put in during the fair for a manicure when it ends.
But I don't typically get a manicure. Thank you, Mrs. Ford, by thinking of me, but I don't.
I think she's thinking of me. Because who's staying at the fair? Are you? Are you going to the fairgrounds? Are you sitting there sweating your ass off? Are you sitting there having dust go up your nose and coughing and allergies just going all over the place?
Well, not per se, no.
Are you sitting in the bleachers?
No, I'm chauffeuring your ass around is what I'm doing. No, I'm not.
Okay, so I think it's for me.
But you don't. Maybe she thinks I need a manicure. I do, but I'm not going to get one. She didn't specify who it was for. She just said
sure.
manicure.
Okay,
All right. Maybe she just wants to pay some Oriental woman to rub my hands for an hour.
maybe.
That could be. I get a hand massage for an hour. Not the massage I'm looking for, but I'll take it. All right. Loud one. Nearly done driving, but listening, General. Evening, everyone. There's Loud one. Hey, Loud one. Buddy, you out there? You want to make some pasta? Hey, I said you want to make some pasta. For Christ's sake, what do I know? All right, so oh my God. Mrs. Fort Watton goes, reminds me of Lotork's hand jobs. Mrs. Four, are you on your third mason jar already? Are you? We're friends now. It's Saturday. You can just tell me. That's all right. If you're on your third mason jar of moonshine and peaches, I'm on play too. Loud one's flipping me off. Fuck the pasta. Love you, brother. I can't even say it in an Australian accent. I don't know what's going on with me. All right, we need to find R2D2 real quick here. Hang on. R2's got to get in the game, buddy. You got to get in the game, pal. All right. R2's now humming. I hate fucks. Maybe she wants Pop to get manicured. Oh. You know, just when I think you guys are leaving that shit alone, some motherfucking jabroni, maybe she wants Pop to get the manicure. All right. Yes. Not my granddaughter, because I'm not old enough to have a granddaughter. GenXmom's granddaughter, yeah, that will say that, calls me Pop. And that's her. She's a special kid. She's learning English. A foreign exchange student we got from Vietnam, and so she's learning English. Leave her alone. We'll get there. Ben Harris for GenXmom to buy a couple beers at the fair. Do you need some money to buy some beers at the fair? Yes. No. Oh, Eric Leroy, who's a $2 whore of the night. You got to go look it up, Eric. I think we talked about that. Disney Mama Sammy Joe says, these are the laughs I needed. Thank you. Tim H., happy Saturday. First chance I've got. I read that one. Elizabeth Rojas, thank you for brightening my night, everybody. I really needed it to laugh out loud tonight. Good. Elizabeth, you deserve it. You do a lot for us in here. You say a lot of kind things. I'm glad we can repay you just a little bit. Oh, you know, I got to hand it to Mrs. Fort Watton. Mrs. Fort Watton, absolutely. I was talking about this on the phone with Allie today. We were covering a lot of Gen X Talk stuff while I was driving. One of them was Mrs. Fort Watton. It's one of my favorite subjects. Oh, yeah. And it's amazing to me and to Allie, we were collectively in amazement that she has the ability to communicate with almost everybody in here. She's one of the first people that signs on when the live stream starts. She greets everybody she can. There's so many people she knows things about. She goes into Discord. Some of you, she knows kids' names, where you work, how'd your back surgery go. She knows a ton of stuff, and she doesn't miss anything in the live stream. She doesn't miss what I'm saying. If I can think she's busy in there talking to people, and then I'll say something and she'll go, no, what you said was. And it's the most amazing thing. I mean, that is a gift. That is a talent. That's not something you discipline your mind to do. You either got it or you don't. And let me tell you what, there's a lot of things Mrs. Fort Watton got. This is one of them. Mrs. Fort, I just want to let you know that I admire you very much. Now, moving on, the woman who is currently married to me is sitting here burning a hole in my...
Currently married to you.
Yeah, did you hear that? Because I'm not happy
Wow.
with you.
Okay, that's fine. Get over it.
Whoa! Did you just...
Christina gave us $20 on PayPal. This goes towards the mani-pedi GenXmom needs.
Now, see,
There's so much sympathy for GenXmom. They understand.
You have literally been the biggest jerk-face monkey butt today of all time. And no one...
Who has been at the fairgrounds more than she's been home?
Here we go again.
I'm exhausted, and I got to go back tomorrow.
You act like going to a county fair is like doing time. You act like it's serving in the armed forces. You're acting like you just went through Hell Week at a naval station.
Are you done?
I don't know.
Then you go do it.
No.
Okay, well then, there you go. You just answered your own question.
I know.
I have to go back tomorrow morning, bright and early. Got to do it again.
Well,
one more time.
Let me see if I can fulfill your fantasies here. Can I get up and drive you there? Can I take you? She's flashing me. That is such an unfair distraction. I swear to Christ. Why do you do that? Why do you?
It works.
Yeah, I know it works. I was saying something complimentary to you, and you fucked it all up. I was going to say, now I'm squeaking when I talk because of you.
What are you, a 14-year-old boy?
Stop. I feel like it when
You're like a squealing pig.
when you whip the girls out, it changes everything. It's really hard.
Are you turning red?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're kind of blushing there.
Stop it right now.
Don't
Stop.
blush in front of the bottom of the glass nation.
These are my people, and I would never do that. I'm in command around here.
I'm seeing a little red on those cheeks.
That's because I'm mad.
Yeah,
very
looks
angry.
Like it.
This is my angry face, God damn it.
Keep trying. Keep working that one.
I'm going to. I will
ahead.
drive you tomorrow. I will buy you Starbucks along the way, and I will make sure you have everything you need for your time at the fair. And now, because of Ben, you got $10.
Nice.
Of course, you wouldn't believe how far that does not go. Tell them what you bought 3. They're not called waffles. What the fuck are those things called? You bought them yesterday. You bought 3, one for the kid, one for his friend, and one for you.
The funnel
cake. Yeah, 3 funnel cakes.
Fair food's so expensive, you guys. I did 3 funnel cakes
and 3
one
drinks.
for Gen Z kid and his buddy, or they each got one. Myself and 3 large drinks, and I walked away at $91.
$91 for 3 funnel
incredible.
cakes and 3 sodas. $91.
And then today I got a burrito bowl and a large drink, and it was $22.
Your burrito bowl was like about this, but it was a shot glass full of burrito flavored
expensive.
something.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, I could not believe the amount of the fair prices. I mean, I know there's inflation, but I think they're just gouging people more than usual, saying, it's inflation, dude. You know, fuck Biden. Look at this shit. I think that's what they're doing. I don't think it needs to be quite that much fucking money. Anyway, so that's part of the fair thing, and yeah, she's been going. You missed it. Why did you miss it? Because you're not part of the staff thread. Amazing. How did that happen? So I was letting them in on part of the conversation. I said, I told her, do you want some cash or do you want one of my credit cards to go to the fair today and get some food? And she goes, no, I don't need your money. I was like, what are you going to do? She goes, I'll find some handsome old cowboy to buy me a drink and he can buy me lunch. And I'm like, what? She goes, oh, you just need to have a glance and a smile. That's all it takes. I don't need, it's like being 21 again at a bar. I don't need to spend any of my money there. I spend their money. It's like, that's not fucking real. Is it? Hey, quit walking away. It's not real, is it? She had a conversation one time where some old 75-year-old cowboy came up to her years ago and said, what do you say? Like, howdy, ma'am, or howdy, little lady. Let me buy you a beer. And she goes, why don't you buy me a Cadillac? He's like, well, we'll talk about it over the beer. I'm telling you, my wife does not miss a beat. Not even a little bit. All right. What am I missing here? John Bone with my wife in a small German town for our 2nd anniversary. Have to watch the general. Hey, John, it's important to watch what's going on here. And you're on your 2nd anniversary. If your wife starts giving you the evil eye about that you shouldn't be watching Gen X Talks, that you shouldn't be paying attention to the general, you have to look at her and say, whoa, honey, don't you want to give me what I want on our anniversary? Well, this is one of my presents. Thank you. You're a great wife, and you can move on. Justin Stewart, Gen X Dad, quick question for you. What is your favorite project you have ever finished and why? I don't think I've ever finished one project my entire... Did you just yell no? I have not finished one project my entire life. I think my most crowning achievement, something that I've been molding for most of my life to see if I can get it finished, is GenXmom. We'll see how that turns out. Justin Stewart, hey, Gen X Dad, we did that one. Quick question. Joe 5, hard to argue with a woman flashing you when she already made 2 outstanding points. Yeah, they are outstanding. Tangled Bliss, $2. Best thing about fairs, funnel cakes. Well, not when they're $31 a piece, my friend. La Liberty, I got it. I'll say La Liberty, La Liberty, La Liberty. Joseph La Liberty, the worst part is my last name is on a plaque of the Colossus. Also, this is a donation for the roses you're going to buy when you apologize to GenXmom tomorrow. That's got to be a first. No one's ever started a rose fund. They're like, oh, you're going to need this, my friend. Joseph, that was brilliant, my man. Good, nice pull. Good call. Untrue, but good effort. All right, going between the sheets. See what I missed. Boom, 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 boom. Loud one. Nearly done driving. We got that one. I think we're caught up between the sheets. That's where I'm supposed to be. So.
Hang on.
What?
Mrs. Four again for $20.
Okay, look, I have been nothing but nice to her tonight.
So why are you saying Mom is a meaning today? Studio fund.
Okay, the studio fund, that comes out of my pocket, so thank you.
But she wants to know why you're mad at me. I will tell you why.
Tell them why I'm mad at you for
because I haven't performed my wifely duties today.
No badonkadonk.
Now,
how many times?
I have been at the fair more hours than I have been home. I came home with a headache today. I was hot. I was sweaty. I was so tired. I just wanted to go take a shower and go take a nap.
The headache story. Classic. Yeah, I got a headache.
He stays home in a nice air-conditioned house with nobody around, and it's nice and quiet.
You act like I walk around petting the dog and eating cheese balls all day.
Isn't that what you did?
No. That relates to you and the bonbon story, me and cheese balls. No, I don't do that. How many times have I directly or indirectly gone out of my way to hint about badonkadonk today? How many times would you say?
A ton.
Yeah. And how far did it get me?
And you pick a day that I am utterly exhausted.
I'm not picking a day. I'm telling you this is an everyday thing. This is guys will back me up. I don't have to pick a day. We have to pick a day for badonkadonk? What do I got to get on your Google Calendar? I got to make an appointment? No, it's every day. This is what day is badonkadonk day?
You guys are never happy.
What day is badonkadonk day? Every day is badonkadonk. There's a T-shirt. What day is badonkadonk day on the front? On the back, every day is badonkadonk day. On the days when I talk about it a lot, that's the extra special.
You sound like a nagging wife.
Whoa. You did not just say that.
Oh, I did. It came out of my mouth.
You just... Men, this is one of the reasons
Ladies.
No.
Fighting the battle, girlfriends. Fighting the battle.
It's not. You're contractually obligated by a signature between you, me, and a high priest that we entered into a handshake agreement all those years ago. Do you remember what the priest said? She's dancing and eating Funyuns right now, and she's not. She's walking away. Men, do you understand? Having a bad day. Yeah. Mrs. Ford, you had to ask, didn't you? Well, you got the story. No, I won't. I won't elaborate, but that bonded proof kicks my ass a little bit, just so you guys know. That's something there. Look at everybody drinking with me. That's my friends over there. Loud one. Days that end in Y is the day. That's right. Did you hear that? Badonkadonk days are days that end in the letter Y. Lord Crispy, where the fuck have you been, man? I've been doing this whole show by myself. Now you come in? $20 to dig yourself out of that hole or get that drink. If I'm going to stay at that hole, then I can at least get something to drink. All right. Joseph La Liberty. $2. All right, boys, start the Rose Fund. You know what?
Like they're on my side.
They're not on your side. Look at.
Why is there a Rose Fund?
Because you're going to make me pay for it, even if you're wrong. Appalachian Patriot said, "Orgasms cure headaches. If you're really having a headache, I could help you out there." And she's passing on that. Great. Nerdy World. Hey, Gen X Dad. Quick question. He wrote quickie question. I think you're getting a little fumbled up. I think GenXmom got to you too. Hey, quickie question. What's your opinion on Gen Z and how do you think they fare as parents? Allie, let's leave that one at the top, and we'll get back to that. We'll come back there. We'll make sure I got all these. We'll circle back. Yeah, what do they say in the White House press room? We'll circle back to that, which means we'll never get to it. But here we will. David Black, $5. I'll die for this, but Badonkadonk Day is every day. Look at that. There's some solidarity. There is some solidarity with my brothers in arms over there. I hope you're listening to every word. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it loud. I'm going to say it proud, and you can't stop me. Oh, all right. Oh, now, okay. GenXmom. Mary Mathis chimed in. I haven't read it. Whose side do you think she's on? You think she's on my side? All right, let's see. Mary Mathis, $20. For GenXmom, beer at the fair, stay cool.
Wow.
You know, Mary Mathis, I'm surprised you aren't going to the fair for a little bit with GenXmom. You guys go all the way back to high school together. I would totally accept you guys hanging out. That would be fun for both of you. In fact, if you guys picked a day where you guys want to do that, I would pay for both of you to go and have a good time. I really would. In fact, maybe I'll go with you, and you guys can be bookends on each side of me. We've done that before. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. Phil Reith is quoting all this mess from GenXmom. All of this badonkadonk garbage, the withholding of her marital obligations, all of the things that it could go wrong, that are going wrong, and Phil decides to quote Iceman from Bodfish. Phil, I'm going to take what you're saying because you're quoting Iceman from Bodfish. Let me raise a glass and stare right over there at GenXmom. Chicks, man. Chicks. Well done, Phil. Nice pull. Way to pull that all the way from Iceman of Bodfish. Well done, my man. There wasn't anything in there. I thought I was drinking something. There's like 2 drops. There wasn't enough to talk. There was a little bit. I couldn't talk, but there wasn't enough to drink it. I'm like, this is the bondage shit. I'm getting fucked up quick on this. Yeah, you can if you want to do that. Jason Dienis, I love you, man, and I'm from Greece. I'm a little bit. I love you, man, and I'm from Greece. So does that? That's I love you, man, and I'm from Greece. I got to tell you, Jason, I'm not saying this in a sexual reference. Okay, so everybody, calm your tits and dicks right now. All right, but Jason, I got to say, you're my first Greek. That is not a sexual act. You're my first. What are you smiling at? She's smiling and giggling as she walks away with a mouthful of Funyuns. Lucky Funyuns. I got to say, Jason, you're my first Greek. Thank you very much. I'm looking for any excuse to raise a glass. Tonight it's going to be to that. I'm not sure where to go with that, but it's definitely a compliment. Have you guys ever had someone from Greece tell you they love you? I mean, other than Mrs. Four? No. Yeah, Mrs. Four. I put it in the title, but I didn't think you got to bring it up. It's a little conversation piece there. All right, John Stephenson, which he will always be known at around here, $10 and even 10 for the no badonkadonk. How much do I got to get to buy badonkadonk? I know it's expensive, inflation. Maddie B, member for 7 months, BOTGN. Cheers, my man, Maddie B. Joseph La Liberty. I'm saying it correctly, Allie. La Liberty. Joseph La Liberty. Yes, it's every day, but you don't just paint fresh drywall. You got to smooth over the cracks, if you get my drift. $5 for the flowers. All right. Okay. Lord Crispy yelled, no homo. You go back to that fucking ambush video. That's what Lord Crispy did. Nice pull, my man. Nice fucking pull. Oh, my God. That was hilarious. Daniel Emmons did $1.49, but he put, I don't know if you guys can see it on my screen, there's a big old fucking peach there. That's right, celebrating little, he's trying to get those dollar signs right in Mrs. Fort Watton's ass-shaped peaches. That's what's going on here. All right. So, did Gilbert just show up? Gilbert, you just got here? You just arrived, buddy? Would you roll out of bed at the crack of noon? Yeah, your life's so rough. Those satin sheets. Yeah, I understand what you you guys think you have problems. You think I have problems. We all have problems. You know what Gilbert's problems are? That he wears silk pajamas and he's got satin sheets and he just slips right out of bed, pong, like 18, hits the wall. Like he whoosh, goes across the room and hits the wall 7 or 8 times a night. And we all wonder why his back hurts. We wonder why he's got bags under his eyes and he can't sleep. Those are first world problems, buddy. Those are triple A class first world problems. You know, your silk pajamas and your satin sheets. Oh, we really feel for you, buddy. God damn. I should drink to Gilbert, too. Why the fuck? Gilbert, Two Bear, glad you guys showed up. John Baker's laughing his ass off. All right, so see, I made somebody laugh tonight. We're good to go. Does this live stream even make sense to anybody? Is there anybody that could tune in and watch it? Do you realize if aliens flew down from outer space in a cloaked Klingon ship and tuned in to all of the things they can listen to from outer space, and they happen to catch this live stream, can you even imagine what they're thinking? They're like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? We are so not invading here. This is just a bunch of dumb fucking redneck hillbillies, dumb mechanics in the middle of the desert. No coherent sentences. There's no cohesion. We don't go from segment to segment to segment like the pros do. No. We fucking drink and ramble. You guys get me so fucking off track on stuff. There's no reason that that's the reason we don't have sponsors. Sponsors tune into the program in their group form with all their glasses and their pencils and pens, and they watch for an hour and go, "There's no way we can advertise with this. There's nothing here. This is just incoherent fucking nonsense." One dude in the corner is going to be saying, "Oh, they're having a good time." Oh, what the fuck do I know? David Hemphill says, still driving my company truck after 2.5 weeks of my car being in the shop. Both my Explorer's timing chain need to be replaced. Whoa, my screen jumped. Hold on. Both my Explorer's timing chains need to be replaced. What songs do you add to your mixtape or playlist as soon as you got it back? David, what the fuck are you smoking? I'm still driving my company truck after 2.5 weeks. Both my Explorers need timing chains. What song do you put on your mixtape? Can I, instead of answering any of those things or commenting, can I just add to it? Can I say, there's a lot of grasshoppers in your food? Just some random shit at the end of your sentence, David. I love you, man. Oh, Lord Crispy, best bar in the nation, baby. Bottom of the glass. You stole Josh's line. Josh is going to be pissed, Lord Crispy. He's going to be fucking pissed. Krista Rose, member for 7 months. Bottom of the glass nation. Would it be a bad thing if you were the voice of Gen X? I'm good with it. Thanks for keeping it real. Yeah, there's so many people out there. When we started doing our podcast, we looked around to see what other Generation X podcasts were out there, kind of listened to a couple of them to see what they were doing. I got to tell you that the stuff we do is nothing like theirs, which is probably why they're super famous and our podcast just belongs to you guys, our family. But I can't be the voice of Gen X. There are so many Generation Xers that get pissed at me. They're like, dude, you're not saying it how you're supposed to. You got to talk about garden hose water drinking, street lights coming on. I'm like, everybody's heard that shit. We all got it. Everybody already knows. Can't we just talk about nuts and bolts? Can't we talk about street level stuff? Why do we always have to talk about Generation X past? Which I love doing. Oh, yeah. For those of you under the age of 35, I live in the past because that's the only place I can get away from you idiots. Yeah, that's a true story. Yeah, most of you anyway. But can't we talk about Generation X stuff now? We're all still alive. We're not dead. We still have an opinion on shit. Just letting you guys know. Miles Davis, welcome. He's an extra. Do you guys? There's only one person in here When that guy's name, his name is not really Miles Davis. I doubt that. If it is, I love his parents. But I'm not even going to tell you. You're going to have to go look it up. Maybe Mrs. Four would raise a glass with me in respect and love and admiration to Miles Davis. My man, I'm not sure if that's your real name or not, but if it is or it isn't, I don't care. I want to tell you that I love your name, period. You can go look it up and figure out. You know there's a bunch of you right now going opening up a new tab. What the fuck is Miles Davis? Why does the general like Miles Davis? Because he's fucking cool. You have no idea the impact. Anyway, all right. Let me go up here. Jeffrey Lawson, member for 6 months. He's an extra. Jeffrey, thanks for hanging out for half a year. Pretty embarrassing, isn't it, that we tricked you into sticking around that long? Well, what are you going to do? David Velasquez, member for 7 months. He's an extra, but David gets the cool little face of me. Josh Maddox, $1.99. Best bar ever. I know, sometimes when Josh Maddox does that, sometimes he'll put in a couple bucks, sometimes he'll put in $5 or whatever. Do you guys know that I pay attention that there's a few of you that raise a glass to him when he does that? I think that's it's subtle, but it's deserving and it's badass. Thank you for doing that. Janet Janet Duding. Janet, you need to find a man and get married and change your last name. And if you did get married and that's your man's last name, have him change his last name to yours. We understand each other. Janet, I've always had that sort of connection with women. Janet Duding, I'm going to say this name. Janet, she wrote for $1.99. She was putting some money as close to Mrs. Four's crack as she could. Her perfectly ass-shaped peach crack. It's a peach. There's a crack in the peach. Don't get all sexual. Janet, are you still there? Can anybody tell me if Janet's still online? I don't want to talk to her if she's not really here. If she's here, I want to. Allie, is Janet still here? Janet Duding? She is. Duding? I don't know how to say it. All right. You're guessing. You're guessing it's Dudding. It could be Duding. You don't know. You sure you do. You go way back. You went to different high schools together. I get it. Okay. Janet just wrote. She dropped $1.99 and she wrote, "We understand each other." Janet needs you to listen. You hear, sweetheart? We do understand each other. Janet, we have a connection, you and I. We don't just understand each other. We have an unspoken, unwritten commitment to each other through space and time. I know the internet is a funny thing. I know that it is a terrible mistress to men like me. But you understand what I'm saying, don't you? Janet, I'm trying to let you know that $1.99 got me right here. We do understand each other. I don't know that I can convey my feelings towards you, Janet, correctly. Now, there's a lot of people watching. I could ask them to look away, but they won't. They've got popcorn in their hands, and their eyes are wide open, and their ears are perked. Yeah. I would like to say this just to you, Janet, but I don't know that I'll be able to say it quietly and privately, so I'm just going to lay it out there. I think I'm falling in love with you. Now, I know you hear that all the time. I know men are lining up at your door. In the old days, they called them suitors. Yeah. For those of you idiots under the age of 35 that don't know what a fucking suitor is, please leave, figure it out, come back and sit at the little kid table until I tell you you can join the adults. Janet, I thank you for that. Thank you for taking time to drop a couple bucks in the jar. I know it didn't matter. The money is not the amount. Who cares? It's the moment that we're sharing together right now. I would dim the light a little bit. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see if that helps you out a little bit, Janet. Thank you. Thank you for making this moment personal between you and I. You see me looking at you? Are you pulling the speakers in real close? You got headphones on, pushing with both hands, closing your eyes? I understand. No, I'd do it too. Janet, I got to get back to my broadcast right now. I got to get back to my live stream. There's people that are waiting, but I needed to take a moment just for you. You're welcome, sweetheart. We'll talk again soon. All right. So, where were we? Moving back along. Oh, let's see. She is right. She, Allie. Oh, you're full of shit. Allie, nobody knows what you're talking about. Nobody cares. Jake Kostelik, $2 for the whiskey fund. Thank you. Joseph La Liberty. AA has sponsors. We don't need them. No, we don't need sponsors. Wolfman Tucker, $2. Why all cigars taste the same, man? No. Wolfman Del Sol. Isla del Sol. You got to try them. You got to try that. Wolfman, you'll never go back to anything else. Isla del Sol. Just go into your walk in to your smoke shop and go, you got any Del Sols? They're going to yeah, we got a ton in the back. How do you know about them? That's how good they are. They got a sweet vanilla wrap on the outside, a nice smooth draw, and right on the box it tells you they are hand wrapped in the laps of virgins. Every single individual cigar. I hope female virgins, the box doesn't say, but it's got to be. All right. Tiffany Mims. I have a nephew named Miles, and they named him due to their love for Miles Davis. He has a brother named Thelonious after Thelonious Monk. Really? That's pretty badass. Janet. After my personal rant with Janet, she dropped another $1.99 and simply said, best $1.99 ever spent. Thank you. What a great compliment. Thanks for being a good sport about that, sweetheart. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I almost don't even fucking care. Now, you want to know how GenXmom was making up things to me tonight? Not only did she flash me, and that really happened. She just But my decanter from my father-in-law was at 0, and look where it is now. That's a wife, off screen, off camera, getting down on her hands and knees and doing the dirty work like Cinderella. That's my girl. Now, she mixed my bonded with my old number 7, so she diluted the serious shit, but she filled the bottle. She filled the bottle, ladies and gentlemen. Who will drink with me right now? I will scroll to the bottom. Who will drink? Doug's already in. Anybody? Anybody? Donovan's like, he got it. He's like, I could do this right now. Lionheart, my man, circling the wagons, brother. Thank you for that. Anybody else? Tim H., Laura, Romy, Scott Bartosh, my man from up north. I hate fucks. Appalachian Patriot, Maddie B. There we go. It's blown right by me right now. I'm scrolling back. Mrs. Ford, Diver Monkey, Tim H., Mary Mistretta, Insurmountable. Trippy's in there too. Sandy, beautiful Aunt Ren. Thank you. Chush! Josh Maddox, 420 approved. Bubba's in. Motherfucker Wisenoak. Wisenoak wants to do the visual check too. Can always count on my man for that. No, fuck that. I'm going back and I'm saying them. I don't care if it scrolls up on me. I'm going to get through some more of those there. Gilbert's in. David Black. Tori Randolph. Tori Randolph gave 1. Tori, you're such a bitch. Why the fuck would you give me 1? You know I drink. You've known me since. You knew me when I started drinking. And Tori's like, you get 1 glass from me and that's all. Nothing more, and don't you discuss this publicly. 1 drink. God damn it, Tori. I love you. You gave me 1 drink. Jake Castella gave you a mixed figures of everything. Doug Vanderhoop. Chauncey's in. Nail Lover. Alan Pitts gave me fucking leaves. Alan Pitts gave me no question, said not me. No question. You won't even raise a juice box to me? Not even a glass of water? Boy, Alan don't like me no more. Not me said no, not at all. Go Smoke a Toad gave me 1. Josh Maddox, Low Torque, 2 Bear. 2 Bear circling the wagons along with Josh and Lion. All right, I know there's more, but I got a drink. I can't hold it off forever, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is at the bottom of this glass. And we are the bottom of the glass nation. I don't want to drink this alcohol. But I do it for you. I do it for you folks so that we can get to the truth. The truth is always at the bottom of the glass because as soon as someone drinks all their alcohol, they start spouting the truth. You want to find out if someone loves you or not? Get them to the bottom of the glass. Eric Leroy says, she did that to you to forget about the badonkadonk. Oh, I know. When we're done with this live stream, I will go upstairs and I could take off all of her clothes and she'd just look at me and go, you're drunk. I'll see you tomorrow. And that's it. We're done talking. I've been a student of badonkadonk for many years. I know the rules and know how it goes. I'm already fucked. I'm not even going to bring it up. No. All right. Joseph La Liberty, because Allie's such a nice person about that. What about John Coltrane, Johnny Lee Hooker, Sam McCain, B.B. King, Eric Clapton? All of them are fantastic musicians that our younger generations never know. They don't. I know every name you just said there. I'm familiar with their work, especially Johnny Lee Hooker. But the guy's name was Miles Davis. No one came in the room saying, my name's Johnny Lee Hooker. Joseph La Liberty, I promise you I would acknowledge all of them equally. Wolfman Tuck, you need to be a Del Sol salesman. You know, the only chance we've got is that this program's never going to have a real sponsor because no one will touch us. We're a lightning rod for also you cuss. You're a fucking right wing Republican. You know you're not going with the mainstream. We're gonna get woke movement to death. We can't sponsor you. I'm sorry. Just put your shit away and quit calling our building. We're not gonna sponsor you. And that's why maybe Del Sol. Maybe that would work. Hopefully none of them speak English. Maybe they're all from Cuba, and then they don't know what I'm saying. That would be great. All they would say was, maybe in English for Del Sol, they would just know how to say sponsor and sign the check. That's it. That's all I need. Oh, for God's sakes, I got to hang up right now. Del Sol has left the chat. Oh, this is old hat for some of you, but whatever. You guys know. You know, I haven't got to one picture. I haven't got to one statement. I haven't got to anything yet of substance. I haven't got to my book of lies. Nothing. We've done a full hour, and it's just been all of us talking. We're all bullshitting. God damn it. David P. Oh, I'm gonna fuck that name up. Allie. That's got to be an Italian name. Allie's going to read this guy's name, and she's going to troll him for a date. That's how Italian he is. David Piacenza? Fuck. That's a badass cool name. Usually I make fun of you guys for having these weird names. Piacenza. There, Allie's in my ear. With you know, Allie, when you say that shit, I can hear it with a smile. You're like, Piacenza. You were very happy to say that David's name. David Piacenza, hoping you traded that Hercules miter saw for a Bosch sliding compound miter. I have it on the DeWalt stand also. I got to be fair for the kid. The Hercules has done the job so far. I kept waiting for a wobbling blade. I did, I got to tell you. And so far, we're like 20 birdhouses in, and we're okay, David. So just so you know, I'm being fair. Loud One auction. Yeah, Loud One. Here's the gig. GenXmom. So I just was talking about this dude who had the Italian name, and I said she's trolling for a date. She's saying his name with a smile, and wait, hold on. Lord Crispy comes in. He goes, "What's his credit score?" She didn't forget. And neither did Lord Crispy's lead. Lord Crispy's like, "I'm sorry, you got a great last name, but what's your credit score again? Before you can, this is a collective family, David, just so you know. Before you can date Allie, we all have to approve. And this is part of the criteria that Allie's put before. Yeah, your name's great. What's your credit score? Then we'll move on to the physical attributes. A girl has to have her standards, and Allie clearly does. Yeah, GenXmom says, Allie wants to know what your residual income is, your diversified income, your dividend checks every month from your 401k, or do you reinvest? She wants to know. Loud One says auction. Now listen, the Sun Valley Fox, my brother-in-law, Loud One, and some others of you have offered to donate and have donated some really good items for auction. while we do appreciate that, I love you guys for that. And staff, Gen X Talk staff has come to me and said, we have these auction items and these people that are really, and I said, whoa. I don't want to do an auction every week. I really don't want to do one every month. We've done some stuff that had to do with Buford. We've done some other things when Mrs. Ford Watton and I have been teasing each other back and forth about some things. But even Mrs. Ford would tell you that we randomly time that shit. Mrs. Ford and I, where we've bantered about that stuff, we don't ever talk on the phone and go, well, do you want to do it tonight? Do you want to do it tomorrow night? How about Thursday? It's a feeling you get when I don't mind doing auctions, things that there's some really cool stuff there, and I would love to do it. But I think that if I don't want to do it so often that everybody gets burned out on it. And Loud One, I'm not saying I love you, brother. You know I do. I have your things in reserve, some other things. It's just not the time. Just so you know. And I'm saying that to everybody. There's people listening that go, oh yeah, I emailed him about an auction item and he really didn't say anything. No. I'm in. But do you guys realize if we did an auction every night? Because you guys have offered to donate some fantastic pieces, some wonderful things. But just it's the gut feeling on how I know big creators would say, well, you fucking take advantage of that shit and milk it till it's dry. And I politely decline. In case you guys don't know, and most of you do, there's a ton of you who aren't going to understand what I'm saying. The ebb and flow of each live stream, the ebb and flow of each podcast, not the fucking ambush videos, not those. Those are not in my control. But these things that we do when we're interacting and when I'm talking with you guys, the ebb and flow just has to feel right. I don't go by a rule book like all the big creators do. We're not a big creator. We're a small market. People have told us repeatedly, you're small potatoes, you're a small market. And I've looked at them and said, I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit. Fuck off. Literally, I've said those words to them. I just go by feel. When someone says, we should do this, and believe me, the staff meetings we have with Gen X Talk staff, they're full of pump. Man, these are young kids ready to take on the world, and sometimes I just go, I don't want to fucking do it. I'm happy. We'll get there, but I'm not there yet. Yeah, I know. Even my own staff calls me old. They do. I got it, but it just things have to feel right, or I just don't want to be part of it. I would love to do auctions, but I think if we did an auction every week, it'd be fucking. I would lose friends. I would lose people at the bar. We're talking to people. I don't want to do that. We're getting there. Loud One, I promise you, brother, your time will come. Your time will come. I love you. You've been a big supporter of the program. I can't tell you what a privilege it was to meet you in person. One of the highlights. It was great. I got those pictures saved forever on that. In fact, the picture of you and me and Low Torque when we're outside from that meeting, that's going to be framed. That's one of the pictures that's going to get framed inside the new studio when it's built. I promise you. That's a highlight moment for me. It is. It goes on my highlight reel. With that being said, there's you guys just got to trust me. You do. You just got to let me. I really have a feeling of where we're at with stuff, and it's not always about the money. It's not. I'm telling you, I love the $2 and $5 stuff that we're talking about. And I know other creators. There's big creators. Lionheart, who's on staff here. Lionheart is a fucking great guy. I love him like one of my own family brothers. That's how much I love Lion. And a couple times he's dropped comments about Timcast. Tim Pool and his Timcast, and he's made comments like, that dude gets 32,000 viewers on his live stream. He's got 7, 8, 10 grand donated to him in the first 20 minutes. Now, I know what he's saying and why he's saying it, and it doesn't hurt my feelings. but it's not me. I'm never going to be that guy. And I get what he's saying. He's pumped up. It's enthusiastic, and Lion loves both him and I, and he's on staff here. I got it. But at the same time, I'm not. That's not a goal I'm trying to achieve. I promise you guys, and those of you that know me, I'm just as happy receiving $2 $5 and $10 and $5 and $1.99 and just talking about shit. I think you guys can remember back, Mrs. Ford can remember back before even some of the staff members joined, when we got no donations. Didn't even know what a super chat was. And the performance that I gave, the conversations that we dealt with, were just as good as now. They didn't revolve around, I haven't changed anything. I don't want to change anything. Oh, there's a time and a place for stuff for the kid. Yeah. There's a time and a place for stuff for you with GenXmom. Yeah. But overall, aren't we all just sitting around a campfire? Aren't we all just sitting around a bar drinking? Isn't that really what it's all about? Is communicating on a Generation X level, viewing things where we can all share the views and stuff and talk about current events, politics, religion, sports. Nothing like we've done for over an hour. Just fuck off. That's what it's about for me. I can't think of anything better than to sit here with you fine folks and shoot the shit about nothing for a couple hours. I'd do it for free any day of the week. Oh, have you guys ever had a girl grab you by the ears in the middle of a bedroom event, and you have to be like, oh shit, I'm not doing the right thing? That's what's going on right now with Allie. There is so much between the sheets right now. She is kicking me and guiding me, which isn't an unpleasant prospect. Have you guys seen Allie? Oh, she's smoking hot. All right, let me see what I got here. Jules, $5. What's going on, General? Caught you again. Dropping the bucket whiskey fund. My man, straight to the point for the whiskey. Tangled Bliss member for 2 months. I'm an extra. Thank you very much for showing up and sticking around. Slim Jim, welcome. He's an extra. Everybody should welcome Slim Jim to the crowd. Let him know that we've tricked him. Let him know he can't have his money back. Let Slim Jim know if he sticks around another month, that's on him, not us. Disney Mama Sammy Joe. She wrote something very simple. She wrote, Sammy Joe loves you. Sammy, you know what? Let's end up in Discord tonight in a very private room, if you know what I mean. Loud One says, love you, brother. Loud One, love you too, brother. You know where I'm coming from. It's all good. David Black says, story time, you motherfucker. Did Mrs. Ford put you up to that? Nerdy World, hey, Gen X Dad, quickie question. What's your opinion on, it's the one we're saving for the top. All right, other than the one we're saving, I'm all caught up there. Boom, boom, boom. Josh Maddox, this is truly my family now, best bar ever. You know, Josh Maddox does write that. He writes best bar ever. He added something tonight, this is truly my family. You know, I would never pretend that we would take the place of your friends and your family. I would not pretend that. But there is something different going on here than other live streams. There is something different going on here. Not just me. Oh, maybe I'm the focal point because I'm on the camera and behind the microphone. Maybe, I'd give you that. But it's you guys. It's the comments. It's the camaraderie. When we opened the Discord server, when Lionheart and Gen Z Kid opened up that Discord server where we can all talk between live streams, I cannot tell you how in awe and how big of a fucking Kool-Aid smile I had watching you guys interact with each other. One of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Something I used to make fun of online relationships. I used to make fun of online friendships. I will never do that again. Now that I've been introduced to you people, now that I've gotten to know you fine folks, no. I would never disparage that moment again. Tim H., some of the best nights are an unplanned party at the bar, hoping that angry drunk doesn't start swinging for no reason. Tim H. is right. There's always one motherfucker that you and Trippy and Lion, they put them in timeout, so they kick them out of here so fast we don't even know. Tim, it's nothing but good people. Two Bear. You fucking with me, Two Bear, right now? Did Mrs. Ford put you up to that? Story time. All right. Let me scroll down. Let me see what I got. Oh, wow, good stuff in here. Top Knots Rule. This is the only live stream I watch. I can't find anything else I can stick with for 30 minutes. Mrs. Ford, David, I know, man. I shouldn't have used you as an example so much. My bad. Well, you did it. You hung him out there to dry, and I caught on. Sorry. Let me say something about Trippy. Trippy Pineapple is our most recent addition to the Gen X Talk staff. He's doing a great job. He's real super quiet, but he's a strong personality. He's an honorable man. I'm telling you good stuff from Trippy Pineapple. Let me throw a quick note out there. Gen Z Kid was at the fair. I wasn't feeling up to it. Trippy did the gaming hour and a half or so on his own. He did it all. He represented Gen X Talks. He went online. He burned up some Facebook time for us. It was great. It was well received. You know, Trippy, something I didn't tell you. After you were done, because you helped keep the game time going on Facebook, which is what we need to keep our status. We got to have that gaming time in, whether we like it or not. Trippy, we actually were able to click on, would you like a review of your current fucked upness? That was all not available to us until you finished that live stream. We completed some more time. Trippy did a great job. Trippy was nervous as fuck. He was texting me going, I'm nervous. I'm going live. I haven't done a live stream. People can be watching. And he was nervous for about the first 20 minutes, and then Trippy hit a groove. Trippy fucking did it. It was a great man. Trippy is holding the Facebook. There's so much fucked upness over there that we have to plug holes and fill and do. And Trippy could have said no. He stepped up and did a great job. Trippy Pineapple just taking the torch and running down the dark hallway with it. Good man for all of us. Wolfman Trucker just bought some Del Sol cigars, but if they're made in the laps of Warhammer players, you owe me a box of cigars. Look, I'm telling you right now, it just said hand wrapped in the laps of virgins. Close your eyes and pretend it's women, man. Just Wolfman, close your eyes and pretend it's women. That's what I do. I don't care what that truck stop guy says. KG, Texas, it's just me and my wife, Mrs. T. I have no family left to all of you. KG, I promise you, this family of bottom of the glass, I know there's YouTube subscribers, then there's YouTube members, then there's bottom of the glass nation people. KG, I guarantee the people that you're talking to, that you're involved with here, you go to Discord, I don't care what you're going through in life, good or bad. There's people there that are on your side no matter what. KG, it's a family. It's the weirdest thing to say ever. It's a fucking weird moment, but it's a family. Scott Bartosh talking to Mrs. Ford. Elizabeth laughing at me or with me. I can't tell. Rob Stark, thanks, Lion. Everyone should just acknowledge Rob Stark right now. He was absolutely my favorite person on Game of Thrones, Rob Stark. I'm sure that's not the dude's real name. I'm sure he's a Game of Thrones fan just like I am. And what is not to like about the first 4 or 5 seasons of Game of Thrones? What's not to like? No, you guys are all Game of Thrones. No. There was sword play and fucking. Raw, out in the XXX rated, you get to see everything, fucking, and sword play. Live action, in your guts, realistic swords. I couldn't think of a better show in my life than half swords, knights, and armor, and hardcore fucking. That was a great show. They fucked up the ending, but it was a great show. Don't you disparage Rob Stark, none of you. I throw you out of here. I'll put you the fuck out. All right. Disney Mama Joe, Sammy Joe, my sugar mama. Sugar mama is really sad tonight by the passing of my grandmother. If any night at all can I get the voice tonight? I at least owe you that. Sammy Joe, listen real close. I'm not talking to anybody else but you, Sammy, so listen real close. There are no words that I'm ever going to tell you that are going to make you feel better or ease any of your pain about your grandmother passing. Nothing. Everybody who comes to you and says, well, it gets better with time and it'll be okay, and all the platitudes that they shift your direction, they're all stupid, wrong, and full of shit. They just don't know what else to do. So don't be mad at them. No, don't be upset at them for doing that. But Sammy, listen to me for 1 second. All right? And I mean this. Please understand that I'm setting aside the gentle euphemisms that we go by about you being the sugar mama as my friend. Let me tell you from firsthand experience that the loss of a grandmother that you're feeling, don't be mad, is selfish. Now, I know there's like 100 people that put their drink down and went, what the fuck did you just tell her? And I know Sammy's wiping her eyes right now going, what do you mean? It's selfish. You miss your grandmother, right? Isn't that what it is? I don't know how she passed away. If it was cancer, if it was another illness, if it was old age, or if it was a car accident, and it doesn't matter. She's gone, and you miss her. You feel the loss. You feel the absence. You feel there's something missing that's bothering you and upsetting you. I get it. Totally natural, totally understandable. But along with that, you wish you could have her back. What if she was dying of old age? What if she was dying of a disease? And you miss her and want her back? Let her go. She's suffering. Let her go. She's old. Don't be selfish. Don't try to keep her there because you're going to miss her. Have a little respect for the person that's struggling, which isn't you, it's her. Okay, once we get past that, now the grief. Now the grief you're feeling isn't necessarily you want her back under terrible circumstances. You want her back regardless of what she's feeling. Let's move on. All right? Let's move on to you feeling a loss. How would you want people to react when you're gone one day? Now, we all say, well, I hope no one ever feels anything. I don't want the people to cry and miss me. It's all bullshit. Every one of us wants people to cry for years and remember us every day. All right, it's part of our immortality. You're allowed to miss her, Sammy. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to grieve. And I won't suffer through she's in a better place and things are better for her now. I'm not saying any of that. I'm trying to deal with this at a real nuts and bolts level for you. I want to let you know that the amount of pain and suffering that you go through because she's not here is a direct representation of the impact she made on your life. Do you understand that? if she didn't mean something to you, if she didn't impact your life, you wouldn't care that much. This wouldn't bother you that much. I want you to stop for a second, Sammy, because I love you. I do. And I want you to remember all of the things that involved her in your life. And remember that she spent those times impressing upon you her life onto yours to guide you, to teach you, to love you. And it worked. It worked because you miss her, because it affected you. She did her job. She's smiling right now, going, aha, I got you. The things, my life had an impact on yours. Good. Good. The more you're grieving proves that she was effective in getting to you in your life. Great. Good. So the more you grieve, the more you miss her, realize that's the level that she got into your life. She got under your skin. She meant something to you, and you're not going to forget. Oh, the grieving ends eventually. It diminishes quite a bit eventually, I promise you. But the memory, the dedication, the depth of how she institutionalized you, for lack of a better word, with how she felt and how she lived and the things she did, the grieving slows down to a point, different for everybody, but all of those other things never go away. You'll be quoting her, thinking of her, memories of her, and when the grieving gets diminished, it's all good. It's all great because you're going to begin passing that along to friends and family. Sammy, as much as you're grieving, means that's how much you loved her. Means that's how much she loved you and imposed herself on your life in a good way. Sammy, sugar mama, I love you. It's not going to go away soon, but we're all here for you. And just like GenXmom's mother passed away in April, there's been others. Frank Blee lost his wife. There's been others. It's not going to stop. You're going to find yourself on the other side of the fence one day. Right now you're receiving because we're all thinking of you. But one day you're going to find yourself on the giving side, and people are going to need you because you've gone through it. Don't forget your role. It's important. Sammy, this one's for you. If you really want the voice, I'll give it to you later. I will, sweetie. You know I will. I owe you that much. Getting kicked between the sheets over here. John Bass, $5 for the training wheel fund. You know, I don't know how many of you, Ricky, I think, was it Ricky Fat Boy that gave us these, GenXmom? I think Ricky Fat Boy did. Maybe I'm wrong. These training wheels, but GenXmom is going to start making some of these that show the training wheels. You got to drink with training wheels. You got to chase your Jack Daniels with a Coke. Your Coke is training wheels. It's bullshit. She's going to start making some of these that are that cater to Gen X Talks. So I'm not sure if you guys want them, but if you guys want some Gen X Talks training wheels, they're coming. All right. That was John for the training wheel fund, my man. Wolfman Tucker just bought some Del Sol cigars. We got that one. I said that one. KG, Texas. Just my wife got that one. Excuse me, Lord Crispy. Lord Commander. The watch never sleeps. Lord Crispy, $2. Lord Commander. The watch never sleeps. Lord Crispy, I would take the black with you. Nobody's going to know what that means, but he will. Amir M. 499 was born in 1982. Am I a member of Gen X or just an elder millennial? Well, Amir M. You're a millennial. You're a millennial. Now hold on before you go commit suicide, Amir. You're a millennial. But if you think Gen X, you talk Gen X, you lean Gen X, you believe Gen X, you understand Gen X, then gather up all your shit and walk across that line in the sand that everyone in the world and society and the internet has drawn. They all put a line in the sand between Gen X and millennials, but I'm telling you, here, we welcome you. Gather up your shit. If you think and you walk and you talk like us, pick up your shit and walk across that line. Everyone here will welcome you and stand beside you. Amir, my man. Brandon Mitchell, $2. Why is GenXmom a meanie and what did you do? Okay, why do you guys think, this is Brandon. Brandon's been around a long time. He knows what to ask. Why do you think that I did something? Why is that always the assumption that the man did something to cause this woman's reaction? Could it not be that women are just temperamental? Could it not be that women are just a little more fucked up and irrational? Could it not be that I am perfectly within my normal human God-given manly rights and she's got problems? Could it not be that? Brandon, you just have to make some assumptions? I think I've been clear on the topic all day. I think GenXmom has bantered accordingly. She's admitted the shortcomings today. Yeah. Dizzy Mama, love you all, and the most handsome general in the world. Sammy, I don't know when you wrote that. I have no idea if you wrote that before I started talking or after. I'm going to pretend it was after just to make sure that you know that everything that I told you was heartfelt. Sammy, I would have put the whole program on hold for you to communicate and connect, as I do for many people. You know that this show is fluid, and when there's a person in need, we stop everything. All of us do. All right, Lord Crispy, remember me as I was and how I made you feel. Lord Crispy, you've done so much for the program. You've been a big part of everything in here for so long now. I have nothing but fond memories. If you pull up stakes right now, we're good, brother. I love you. What'd I miss? Jersey Strong, G2G, gotta go. My first live, and hey, brother, Jersey, I'm glad you're hanging out. I hope you're still here. And Allie goes, slow mode isn't on. Oh, I'm sorry, princess. Slow mode isn't on. People can keep typing as fast as they want. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you'll have to quit trolling for a date and do your fucking job. All right, hold on a second. I never do this, but I got to do it now. There's some shit coming through on Telegram. And the staff, hold on. I don't know if I can enlarge that or not. No, hold on. Two Bear. Do you handle Two Bears? Julie wants to know why you want. I can't read that. Can you, GenXmom, can you read this? Too small for me. What's it say? It's from Two Bear.
Why do you want to fuck a zoo fair smelling girl?
Why do I want to fuck a zoo fair smelling girl? Two Bear, if Julie wants to know why I want to fuck a fair smelling girl, speaking of GenXmom, which is kind of weird how you put that, because it's GenXmom. Have you guys seen her? Yes. All right, so what was in the staff thing that I got fucked up on?
Mrs. For Watton sent in $20.
Hold on. Okay, wait. Before I try to read all the stuff, is the Telegram thread with Gen X staff okay?
Yes.
You're sure?
That was just between Lionheart and I.
What was between? Lionheart, I'm starting to wonder what's going on. Am I losing total control here? All right, moving on. I'll just pretend everything's okay and it's normal. Lionheart, you talking to my wife, you motherfucker. All right, so go ahead. Mrs. Force said what?
$20. The general does not need training wheels. He just likes the flavor. And I think it was Mr. Fatty that made the koozie, not Ricky Fatboy.
Mr. Fatty, that's right. It was Mr. Fatty. God, this is why we nickname, we assign as a staff member Mrs. For Watton the bookkeeper. This is why she gets the name the bookkeeper. God damn. She's right. It was Mr. Fatty. It was Mr. Fatty. And no, I don't need training wheels. I just do it for the flavor. I chase the distilled sugar with processed sugar, and that's what I do because that's what men do. Well, look who has darkened our door. I have already told them how your first competition, how it got a little screwed up in there. I've let them know where you're at with the fair. I've let them know you're trying to win the barn competition. I've tried to relay everything. Plus, I did that video for you this morning. I saw that. And so here is Gen Z Kid, fresh from the fair. How'd the rest of the fair go after you're done there? Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. I'm just really, really tired.
Well, you've been.
People on barn duty don't know how to sweep the goddamn pen.
Can you talk a little bit soft? Nobody can hear you. What happened?
People who clean the pens don't know what they're doing. They're not actually cleaning the pens. They're cleaning outside the pens. I just started sweeping.
I told everybody you were trying to win that competition, even if you had to do it.
It's the easiest thing to win. Like, you just take time to do it. It's not that hard. And they're like, I don't want to clean the pen. Shut up.
How have you been? Everything else? Is Buford okay?
Yeah, Buford actually hated me after showing. He didn't want to talk to me anymore.
But the video I saw of you showing, he was behaving. May not liked it, but he did what you wanted.
A little bit, yeah. He hated it up until we started going, and then he was a little okay. But it was market show, so it was based off of how he looked, not how I was showing him.
Right.
Which
I told him about the narrow hips.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, he's too narrow. The judge was just like, he's too narrow for me. Walk over there, last place. That's so cool. I had so much fun.
Okay, I gotta tell you that I did not tell them you got last place.
No, last place in my division. It was so bad. But he walked by the girl who wasn't bracing her goat.
I told them there was
wasn't even bracing her goat.
Wait, whoa! They don't know.
Goes to me and goes, "You're too narrow."
I told them that they don't know what bracing the goat is. I told them, here's what I said in regular people talk. I said there was a girl who was not posing her goat correctly, and he.
In the act of doing it, we had a second to start doing it. She hadn't even, she barely started doing it, wasn't even close. I had him all set. Beautifully. Really good.
Your video was perfect. Buford was in his stance.
Yeah,
and
guess what? I've blown up the jar over there. So I'm distracting. Everyone's like, ooh, shiny object, including me. So, something that's funny is, I'm sitting here flabbergasted that I got out first after being kind of confident that I'll get 4th or 5th maybe. I see a lot of goats here. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Now,
this guy does have a master's degree.
I did not. I paraphrased. I paraphrased your response and I cleaned it up a little bit. So you were like. And I didn't. Paraphrasing was, "What the fuck is wrong with my goat? That bitch over there is not even posing right, and she's here, and I'm not. And my goat's hips aren't wide enough. What do you want me to shove something up his ass to make his hip? What the fuck are we talking about here?"
He was just like, "Hey, he's too narrow for me. Leave." In the moment, I was like, on the inside, I was like, yeah. And guess what? You're not supposed to leave the show ring. So I sit there with my goat the rest of the show, watching everybody else do their own thing.
I did not tell them that. I did not.
This show's so cool. This is what you get to do? That's
Oh.
crazy.
Now, there's a
So
couple.
I watched him for 30 minutes. All the specific things. I actually helped other people too. I fluffed up his legs, sprayed his stuff, got into my official dress, had a very interesting conversation with another guy in the dressing room. And then I was just like, what? I'm not joking when I say this is how long it took. Okay, I walk in. Buford's still fighting me a little bit. Okay, I brace him. 15 seconds goes by. He goes through everybody, taps it back. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't get out. Walk halfway around the ring, brace again. I see the girl next to me. In my head, I remember this. I'm bracing, and I was like, bro, she's not even bracing. Like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, he's too narrow for me.
All right.
Oh. Okay, hold on. One thing he said, last thing. In the other shows, it came down to super specifics. He was like, the skeletal structure of this goat. I was like, you can't even see the skeleton. What are you talking about? He's like, and I'm sure I look like an idiot to people who have master's degree in like whatever he had. I forgot, but he got it from like Texas Tech or something. And I'm just sitting there. Guy seems cool, but out of nowhere, he walked up to this girl. I was watching this girl's show. Walked up to this girl. Beautiful brace. Really good. Really good pose. Good. It was like really close between the three people because he had to pick top two. And then he goes, yeah, you know, the skeletal structure of this, you know, it's very like close together. How do you do? This man's got X-ray vision.
I told you guys about the skeletal structure. I did mention it. And there's Gen Z kid. He's been at the fair all day. He's come home. He's going to crash out. He's going to eat. He's going to crash out, take a shower and crash out. And then tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., he's going to be up on the road at 6:15. He's got to be there by 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. Do it all over again. There's more competitions. The big ones are coming. There's lots to be said. I promise I will fill you guys in accordingly. Might even do a special live stream for those of you who are members, YouTube members. We might do a special YouTube members unannounced. I will send smoke signals. So if you're part of Patreon, Gen X Talks Patreon, spend the $1, spend the $1. I will send it out for you.
This is the first Windows side chat. I can't get in frame.
No, he can't get in frame. Don't do that.
Okay. But look, the next show is based on how I show him. So that he can't say he has no hips. But hey,
You're too narrow.
yeah,
What he's telling you is the next
hips don't lie.
The next showing he does is based on how well Gen Z kid operates with the Buford, how well he shows him himself. So this is the one he's been waiting for. Buford is trained. Buford looks good. He's ready. This is the one where this is the big one that's coming up. So just so you guys know, and I know some of you are planning on being there. It's a big thing. All right, what did I miss? Come on now. Lord Crispy says, hi there, ZEO. Lord Crispy, ask your dad a question, bro. Lord Crispy, fuck off. No ambush videos during a live stream. David Black, no need for control, General. You are the Gen X man that can shoot from the hip. Dom the Explorer, I am a baby boomer, so you can blame me for all the BS kids. Say what you want. We had a rocking good time. I promise you, baby boomers had the best life. Baby boomers enjoyed every fruitful experience that America had to offer after the war and before all of the conflicts of the 70s. No, boomers had it easy. Your guys' life is okay, but you pissed away some shit that Generation X had to start dealing with. I guarantee it. All right, so let me jump back over here to the thread. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, Sugar Mama, is really sad tonight. We talked about that. We got through that for her. Did I miss something over here? I don't know. I don't see anything in there. Nerdy World, hey, Gen X Dad, quickie question. What's your opinion of Gen Z, and how do you think they'll fare as parents? Nerdy World, if you're still here, I don't know if you are, I'm going to have to address your question because it's long. It's a great answer. and it's insightful. It's something from ground zero. It's nuts and bolts level. Open your front door and look out in the street. It's insightful because people have fed me some things. So, Nerdy World, if you're still here, you're going to have to join us for the next broadcast. I need to go. I got to head out of here, you guys. I'm a little bit tipsy. I'm on the verge of not getting any badonkadonk at all, but there's still hope. There is still hope. So I'm going to go. I'm going to end the stream right now. I got some stuff that I got to catch up on. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Discord. It is 7:36 by my clock. If I'm in Discord, I will be there close to 8 o'clock in about 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, if I get a chance to be in Discord, I promise you I'll be there. But if I don't show up by 8 o'clock or 8:05, I can't make it. Yes, GenXmom.
Mrs. For Watton sent $20 on a serious note.
On a serious note, Mrs. For Watton, $20 on PayPal. Serious note. Go ahead.
Some words of encouragement to our friends and neighbors in Florida, etc., prepping for Ian's landfall next week. And the money's for the studios.
Yeah, money for the studio for here, but she's right. Mrs. For Watton is right. And we have a lot of fans, a lot of followers, a lot of extras, some bottom of the glass nation people that are literally battening down the hatches. And if you don't know what that means, go fucking look it up, you goddamn children. But there are people putting plywood on the outside of their houses that are gathering up everything they can and heading to higher ground. Ian's coming, and it's a tough one. And there's no way around it. You live in a beautiful place. You live in a beautiful part of the country. And there's some consequences. Where I live, there's earthquakes. We deal with that. Where you guys live, there's some hurricanes that come through. And we're there with you. I promise you, we're thinking of you. We're there for you. Please let us know if you have to leave. Please let us know. Send some pictures on Discord. Send some pictures to us in email. I'll talk about it. We'll put some up there. Why wouldn't we? We're almost a family in here. We're thinking of you. Mrs. For Watton is not incorrect. She is not incorrect. She is right. There's some thought going into this, and it has to do with us thinking about you guys and you guys thinking about that storm and prepping for it. Don't think you're completely alone in this. You are not. So listen, I do got to go. That was it for me. I'm cutting a little bit short tonight. I did an hour and 40 minutes. I know sometimes we go 3, but I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful that if I'm sober enough and I race upstairs, grabbing GenXmom's ass as I go, there might be some misguided form of badonkadonk in my future. I know it's hopeless, but I'm going to try. All right, you guys, I got to go. I'm going to sign out right now. I don't know what. Super chat, let me check real quick. Make sure I got everything clean between the sheets in here. Nerdy World, we said we would talk about him later. Nally. Allie, I have said that a bunch. I have literally, Allie, I've told you that we'll save it for the next time. If you weren't in the comment section trolling for a fucking date, you'd know. He's like, oh, just talk about Nerdy. No, I did. I said save it, and we'll talk. Oh, Allie, I love you. It's a good thing Allie is beautiful. Because if she wasn't absolutely stunningly beautiful, she'd be fucking gone already. Because her brain is just not there. I think Allie says that she's Italian. No. She's legally blonde. True story. That's it. Michigan Jackrabbit, $5. How would you have handled the kids' situation, General? Michigan Jack. I don't know which situation. You talking about the fair and the judge and stuff? There are times to step in as a father and cry foul. And there's times when you let your kids go through things going, yeah, judges in the world are fucked up, and that's how it is. If it was something on a huge scale, I don't mind stepping in and grabbing the ref by the neck and going, you're going to fucking judge this thing correctly, or I'm going to fucking meet you in the parking lot and you're going to wish you were never born. However, there is something to be said about letting kids fumble through life and go, that wasn't fair. No, it wasn't. Get used to it. There's a balance there. This one I'm letting go. I'm not saying something. Because if it was big, GenXmom was there. She would have called. GenXmom would have got up and throttled that fucker. She hates judges. She hates referees. She absolutely, if you're wearing the uniform, she's already got 2 strikes against you. She would have jumped that fence and walked in there and grabbed that motherfucker by the face and said, wait till my husband gets here. And then she would have called me and said, come down here right now. I'm just letting you know. I'm not telling you that as a story. I'm telling you that as a historical fact. This is the way she behaves, and I always back up my chick. I don't care what her fucking problem was. I don't care if my girl was wrong. If she calls me and says, come down here and handle this, I'm fucking there. How do I know? I've done it. This is not our first rodeo. I'm telling you, there's been situations like this where she has gone into a situation and called me and says, I'm going in, get here now. And I've rolled in and I've straightened the fucking situation out. You want to ask? Get her to tell you the stories. They're true. We do those 24-hour live streams. When she has her 2 hours, tell her. She'll tell you, yeah, she goes, I fucking let him off his leash. That's what she calls it, letting me off my leash. She goes, I let him off his leash sometimes when I have to. And here's how it went. When she tells me I need you to be off your leash, I don't fucking even care what's going on. She points and I go. True story. Absolutely true. I trust her judgment. I've never stepped on my dick one time when GenXmom has had me take care of something. All right. Anyway, getting off topic. I was trying to say goodbye. Listen, it was a good live stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for participating. I promise you that we will be back. I promise you we got more stuff. I didn't even get to my book of lies. I had so many lies to tell you guys that I didn't get to any of them. I didn't get to the pictures. There were so many things I wanted to show you about stuff going on and the hypocrisy of the country and of people. I needed to show you those. I never got to them. You know why? We absolutely never left the campfire tonight. All of us sitting around the campfire, all of us sitting around the bar, we never left. We just were drinking and shooting the shit, which is one of the greatest nights ever. I will try to be on Discord if I can later on, but if I can't, it's because the general's getting a little badonkadonk, and don't think I'm not. Listen, thank you guys for showing up. If you had an hour and a half to waste and you chose it to waste it with Gen X Talks, what better way to do it? I can't give you a tax write-off receipt for your time. You're never getting those 90 minutes back, but it was well spent. I promise you. What else would you have been doing? Surfing YouTube? Surfing the internet? Arguing and kicking your cat outside because you pissed on the carpet? No. Much better to be here. So wherever you are listening from, all over on the planet, and I've learned you guys are all over the planet. I appreciate that so much. AM, FM radio, XM Sirius Radio, or anywhere across the planet on the Armed Service Radio Network. We love you guys out there. I can promise you one thing. I'll be back. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.